something very strange happened on Easter morning, because how do we explain the fact that this man gets crucified by the Romans and then people claim to see him after he died and were willing to be put to death for that belief? Now, okay, maybe he didn't die. Unlikely. As they say, the Romans knew how to kill people. And supposedly, they check. This was a very effective method of killing people and they knew how to do it. So it's unlikely that he just somehow survived this.
It's not the guy that stabbed him with the spear and supposedly there's blood on the spear, or was this, did he get stabbed?
Someone stabs him with a spear after he's on the cross. And it's essentially to check he's dead.
As far as I know, there's only one instance in which we know of somebody surviving crucifixion, and even that case actually bolsters the Christian claim. The first century Jewish historian Josephus was a collaborator with the Romans, and he mentions a time that he came into a village and he saw a mass crucifixion. Now, he knew 3 of the men who were being crucified, and since he was serving as a delegate of the emperor, he was able to intervene on their behalf to Caesar directly and have them taken down from the cross while they were still alive. Caesar immediately commanded them to be taken down and to have the greatest care taken of them, and yet still, 2 of them died under the physician's hands while the 3rd recovered. I've seen atheists point to this as proof that somebody could survive crucifixion, but it actually proves the opposite. It wasn't like the Romans thought that these guys were dead and one somehow survived. They had to receive a last-minute reprieve to even have a chance of survival, and even after that, 2 of them died anyway. Crucifixion was a lengthy and a barbaric way of killing somebody, and Josephus shows us that even if you could intervene to try to save the person midway through, there's a good chance that they were still going to die from their wounds. So let's pretend that Jesus was the one man in history who the Romans somehow made a mistake with, and he did somehow survive a full crucifixion. If that were the case, do you seriously think he'd be casually eating bread with strangers he met on the road or showing his puncture wounds off to his friends a few days later? He'd be in such critical condition that he would need the kind of immediate medical attention that Josephus talks about. And even if he somehow survived, we wouldn't imagine he'd be up on his feet immediately after. So any theory that Jesus somehow survived Good Friday, the torture, the carrying of the cross, the crucifixion itself, the piercing of his side, it simply isn't grappling with the historical evidence in a serious way.